Hello everyone, Dark Kirby 14 here. Hey, welcome to more F-Zero Maximum Velocity. So we're gonna start the second one of these. Okay, so okay, some of these courses I like and some of these I don't like. This is one of the ones in the middle. Wait, trying to think of which one of this is. No, this one isn't bad. I don't. Yeah, this isn't a bad one. But there is one I really dislike, and you'll see which one that is. Everything tails off into a laugh sometimes. I don't know why. I'm just perhaps I just try to. I don't know. Get the best out of everything. Get the hell out of here. Get out of here. No. You will stay out of my freaking way. Get out of here. I will freaking melt you, Fireball. I will melt you. Hey, JB Crystal Classic Eyes your ass. Oh no, that was a bad spot to boost. Bad spot. Get out of here. Gosh. Oh no, I'm really losing in terms of... Oh crap, that's not good. Yeah. The last time I did this, the audio quality was poor. And I'm going back and I don't care what anyone says about it. I'm going back and getting this right, damn it. So I want it done the right way. Yeesh. I'm not trying to be a perfectionist. I prefer not to have bad quality. And I prefer for you not to have to go through it. You know what I mean? Anyway, but that's what I mean. Yeah, but there is something I want to talk about today. I think it's between Bridgewater and Manziel. It's like, I do think Bridgewater has a lot of potential. I mean, he went for 335 yards against the Arizona Cardinals. That's something. That's pretty good in terms of the Arizona Cardinals. But Manziel has not looked good in what he has done. He's not. The difference between the two is Bridgewater's accurate. Manziel isn't. That's a big difference between the two. Also, like, Bridgewater has among the worst wide receivers easily in the league. I think there's one team. Well, not. I was thinking San Francisco, but I'm like, they have Anquan Bolden and Torrey Smith. So like, they're not bad, but they aren't. Like great, they're okay. But they do have among the worst tight end skill in the league. That can't be debated. Rudolph is hot, just average. That's it. He's average. That's it. He's average. And their offensive lineman is a bunch of purple turnstiles. Like, I kept watching them get like most of the night. It was them getting completely overpowered by the Cardinals. Yes, the Cardinals are a very good pass rush, but it happened like half the time they were getting plowed. They need to fix that, and they need to fix it soon if Bridgewater's going to have a career and not have it ended by an injury. But Manziel's just not that good. I don't know what everyone else, like some people see in him that I don't see. I think he's an average quarterback. Nothing more, nothing less. I think he's average. I think well, not average, but I think he's nothing more than a backup, personally. Like, that's his upside, is a backup. Like, a backup is what is the best for him. It's nothing more, nothing less. He's just not that good. I personally think he's a freaking smaller, faster, white Chris Leak. I think he's trash and he's on his way to the Canadian League. There's a reason that the team usually you don't see a CFL team take rights on a player if they don't think he'll be there. They think that they're somewhere down the road that Manziel's going to be there because people don't think he's that good. And there's like an inner deep circle of people who don't think he's that good. And a lot of people, I've been told this before. They're like, oh, but Bridgewater scored horrible on the Wonderlic test. I'm like, the Wonderlic test is a crapshoot. Some of the best players we've ever had in this league scored terribly on that test. It's some of the worst players, some of the biggest busts we've had ever scored high on that test, like Blaine Gabbert. So, yeah, it's just that's what it is. It's been terrible, and I mean, Cleveland has an offensive line. They have a good offensive line, and you wonder why they weren't putting up points until Josh McCown got there. McCown came in and put up points. Like, and he was having a good season. He was having a very good season. Not a great season, but a very good season. Like, he was doing very well. And then he got hurt. He kept getting hurt. Problem is, he kept getting hurt. Like, he wasn't taking a lot of shots, but the shots he were taking were big shots. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, watch some of them is just like, you wonder. They also didn't have much of a running game. They don't have like a feature back. They do it by committee. But none of them are that good. See, it's not like Philadelphia that can get away with it, where Ryan Matthews is actually a pretty good back. He's a pretty good back. And there's another sport. I'm gonna tell into another sports discussion. It has well, actually I'll discuss it now. This is something that just has to be accepted. Whether you're a USA fan, Canada fan, whatever the hell you are fan, this is something that has to be accepted. Patrick Kane is the best player in the NHL. Yeah, I fucking hate the Hawks. So you know how hard that was for me to say. Patrick Kane is the best player in the National Hockey League. He's actually playing very good defense this year. Crosby's not playing any good defense at all. His defense has been declining the past couple of years. And I think Crosby has been long past. He's not the best player in the league anymore. I wouldn't even have him in my top 5. To be honest, I don't think he's that good. I've always thought Crosby was a little overrated. I mean, he's not that good. He's not the best player in the league. He's been passed by. I'd take Jonathan Taves over Patrick Kane. Well, not Patrick Kane, Sidney Crosby. I'd take Jonathan Taves over Sidney Crosby. Taves is the best two-way player in the league. That can't be debated. Everyone's gonna tell me, oh, it's Patrick. No, it's Jonathan Taves. The Blackhawks are borderline demigod at times, because they have the best two-way player in the league and the best player in the league. It's unfair. It's not fair. Then you have Hulsa, who still has it, even at his age, freaking turncoat. But I call him Benedictosa. So that's what I call him, Benedictosa. I'd even put Carey Price over Crosby in terms of play, or maybe Lundqvist as well. I'd say Stamkos is the best pure scorer in the league. That's not even debatable. Well, Patrick Kane is just on an ass tearing it. He's just tearing the league a new asshole right now. Is what's going on. He's ripping the league a new one, and it's not fair. Everyone's like, Crosby has been a little bit of a disappointment this year because they're playing not good teams. That it hasn't clicked, and the team can't defend. That's another problem. They're very underwhelming in terms of scoring, and they can't defend. So they're the worst of both worlds right now. They can't defend, and they're not scoring a whole lot. And Pittsburgh was one of my picks to miss the playoffs. The Jets have really got themselves in an interesting position. They have Connor Hellebuck, who is playing well, but they also have Michael Hutchinson, another promising young goaltender, and Andre Pavlik, Pavlik is a what you see, what you get type of thing. He has the ability to go on a tear, then has the ability to become a sieve in just that same amount of time. I personally think Pavlik's the one that needs to be dealt because he has vet worth. I think Hutchinson needs, like, I think Hutchinson has a whirlwind of potential. And I think it can be realized, but I just don't think Pavlik has any potential, personally. And I think that he's a Thrasher leftover. He'd be the outside of, like, what you call it? There's some Thrasher leftovers. There's a lot of Thrasher mistakes. Like I said, management was awful. Remember what I said? Management was terrible in Atlanta. If they had any good, decent, halfway decent management, they'd still be in Atlanta. That's a fact. Their management has been terrible. Easily among the league's worst in worse than any sports. They didn't utilize what they have, and I think the owners of the Thrashers just had a sports team just for the novelty of it. It's true what I think when I see what happened to the Atlanta Thrashers. Like, you're sitting on a gold mine of potential, like with the 8th biggest market in North America, and you blew it. You blew it in every way. I just think Atlanta's been beset by bad management. You could say, oh, the team's not successful because they're not getting support. Well, they're not getting support if management doesn't do its frick job. Like, there's always two sides of a coin to everything. Like, they were like, and Atlanta's an extremely blue collar sports town. And they're gonna tell you if you suck. Like, fact of the matter. Oh gosh, I flew. I flew that time. All right. Hey, I think that machine fell. Idiot. Okay. This is going a lot better than the first time I did when I tried to do this game. Well, this particular series. Yeah, this went a lot better because I had to do Sinobaz 3 times. But wait, yeah, I did do Sinobaz 3 times. I used this vehicle. This one's awesome, by the way. This is a Stingray. This vehicle's awesome. Nah, but let's keep going here. That was my point. Is that you can you can be like a gold mine all you want in terms of a sports town, but if you don't make good of it, you're not gonna go anywhere. And I think the Atlanta Thrashers were just beset by bad management. Manager was terrible. Let's not kid ourselves here. Management was something awful. And you're sitting on the 8th biggest market in the North America. You better be doing something with that. You see, the other 7, like every other 9, don't have a problem with it. It's Atlanta that has a problem because they don't know what they're doing. I think that's a problem, is that management just didn't know what they were doing. You know, if you're gonna make an expansion franchise, at least put someone in charge that has an idea of what they're doing. Now that's Atlanta's problem, is they never had good management. The Thrashers just never had anyone that was good, that had any quality in terms of management. They were all just terrible. And that's what really beset them, is bad management. If they had any decent management, they'd still be there. But I'm getting ahead of myself and more towards that. I'm glad to see that Winnipeg is doing a much better job. And it's good to see that Winnipeg is... They still got some of the Thrasher mistakes to get rid of. Like Pavlik. But I think Hutchinson will be fine. And Winnipeg is making good hockey decisions, but again, they actually have good hockey management. Atlanta never had that. If Atlanta had half of that, they'd still be there. I know I'm beating a dead horse, but still, it's a very, very critical thing to say, is that they have had bad management. And it's not good when a team that just has terrible management. It's not good. Because they're not going to be having a product. You're not going to have people turn out. And in a day of cable, like, it makes it HD where it looks freaking amazing. It's like, who wants to watch? Who wants to go? Nobody wants to go to a hockey game like that. Nobody. No. I do think that is a problem with today's time. Alright, so with that, this has been Dark Kirby 14. We'll see you next time more F-Zero Maximum Velocity.